Woodworking for profit and fun. If you like working with your hands, woodworking is a good hobby for you. It is easy to get started at woodworking. You just need a few simple tools, some hardware, a little education, and some practice. As you progress, you can get more woodworking tools, hardware. The more woodworking projects you work on, the more your skills will improve. The possibilities of things that you can make woodworking are endless. While woodworking, you can make clocks, chessboards, flag boxes, and toys, among other things. Some tools you might want to have for woodworking are table, radial arm, chop or sliding compound miter saws. In addition to saws, you may need chisels, planes, rasps, scrapers, clamps, and many types of jigs for woodworking. These woodworking tools will make your projects accurate. You will also need woodworking hardware such as hinges, screws, and ball bearings. Getting started with woodworking. After you have some woodworking tools, you will need to select some wood for your woodworking project. Once you have the tools and the wood, you can get started with your first woodworking project. One method to learn woodworking is to make the same project over and over until you are satisfied with the results. This works best for smaller woodworking projects. For larger projects, or if you are not a perfectionist, make one woodworking project and then move on to your next woodworking task. Learning about woodworking. There are several good ways to learn about woodworking. There are woodworking videos, woodworking books, woodworking websites and woodworking clubs that can all help you get started with woodworking. Woodworking plans are available for all sorts of woodworking projects from these sources as well as from hobby stores. Woodworking plans are available for both large and small projects. Using woodworking to make gifts. Your family and friends will learn to appreciate receiving gifts from you that made yourself while woodworking. Rather than receiving something less personal bought from a store, they will be receiving something into which you put your time, effort, and heart. They will be able to cherish these woodworking gifts for years to come. If you are working on larger woodworking projects, your family and friends may start requesting you to build them a table, cabinet, breakfront, bed or other woodworking furniture item. The time to get started on a woodworking project is now. Gather the tools, hardware and wood and obtain some plans and know-how. Woodworking with your kids. Some families watch television, others like to play sports. But if you love woodworking and your child loves to copy you, so how can you safely include your children in your woodworking activities? It's simple. Before letting your child touch any of your woodworking tools, you must have a safety talk with them. Let them know which tools they are able to touch, such as the hammer, nails and other non-sharp and non-electrical items. You don't ever want your young child to operate a saw or a drill. They may think they don't need you around to use it, so just avoid giving them that habit altogether. After you have a safety talk with your child about your woodwork shop and its tools, you can begin to show them how each of the tools work. Many like to begin with simple tasks such as sanding wood or holding the drill. But before you begin, you and your child need to decide on what project you will want to work on together. There are many things you could make that will actually come in handy, or that will be fun for your child after creating it. Such as a wooden horse that rocks, a dollhouse, treehouse, or a car. Once you choose the project, you can then show your child which tools will be necessary for the job and why. Have them hand you each tool, make sure to call each one by its correct name, so that they can learn while watching. After they thoroughly understand how you are using each of the woodworking tools, you can allow them to help out a little more by letting them make some decisions and do some of the work. Depending on their age, you may not want to give them access to a saw or drill. An appropriate age would be 10, when they are less clumsy and can grasp the aspects of the danger that the tools can cause. Another option for your younger children is to buy them a child-sized tool kit. This will give them courage and confidence in helping you. Having their very own toolbox is very encouraging for them. You can also let them put the pieces together or fill in the holes that you drill. For instance, if you are making a wooden rack to hang keys or coats, you can drill the hole, while your child places the hooks into them. After finishing the creation of your project, the real fun begins. Bring out the painting tools and enjoy in a family time of fun and creativity. This should be placed in the hands of the child, since most love to decorate with colors. If this is their first time painting, you should show them how to neatly brush the paint onto the wood in straight lines in the same direction. But allow them to choose the colors and where they go. When your project is fully complete, congratulate them. Make them feel like it was their work that made the wood what it is now. This will open up a door for them to want to create new things. You never know, they may come up with an award-winning invention. People everywhere are discovering the joy of woodworking. Today, when furniture and other types of wood-based manufacturing is moving overseas, getting old-fashioned quality is often next to impossible. And of course, the high price of fine already made wood products can also be prohibitively high. The good news is more and more people are either getting into woodworking, or are expanding their skills and shops. As a leading manufacturer of woodworking tools, our customers range from the weekend hobbyist with a setup in the garage, to shops that turn out growing quantities of quality wood products. One thing that will make your woodworking efforts far more productive and enjoyable is having the proper tools. Often we point to a professional's skills as what separates him or her from the amateur, but skill isn't the only factor. A pro usually has a well-developed collection of quality tools, with the right tool for every job. And that's a big advantage. Just about any job goes faster and gets better results when you have the right tool for the situation. One constant challenge for woodworking shops is to keep dust under control. Superfine sawdust can accumulate on floors, walls, in air conditioning, clog up tools, and even serve as fuel for fires. Worst of all, breathing sawdust can have a serious effect on your health. Most cities now have requirements that all commercial woodworking shops have dust gathering and removal systems. An overarm blade cover with dust collection for your table saw can be just what you need to control dust. Coupled to an appropriate dust collection system, the blade cover will collect the dust as it flies off the revolving saw blade, keeping your shop and the air you breathe clean. A sliding table will be a definite asset to your woodworking shop. Available in 4 sizes and designed to fit most table saws, sliding tables make it easy and safer for one person to cut large, heavy panels or long stock accurately. Plus, each sliding table has a 2-part quick-release mounting bracket. With this you can quickly remove the sliding table from your table saw and attach it to your spindle shaper, router table or bandsaw. If you're serious about woodworking, don't be afraid to spend the money to get really good quality professional tools. The price is often very affordable, and you'll get years of enjoyment and productivity from your arsenal of well-chosen tools.